Record belum?
1, 2, 3.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Miss Holly and friends. Thank you for the opportunity given so that we can be here. We from the Bingo Group want to make a presentation about mental health. Before we start any future, we will introduce ourselves. My name is Ishika.
My name is Thalita.
My name is Tivara.
My name is Ravdinal Azizan.
My name is Jasmine.
My name is ThaliaKaisah.
Okay, there was a member of Bingo Group. Next slide. What is mental health? Mental health refers to the maintenance of successful mental activity. These include maintaining productive daily activities and maintaining fulfilling relationship with others. It also includes maintaining the abilities to adapt to change and to cope with stresses. Next presentation will be explained by Thalia.
Thank you, Ishika. So good mental health is being generally able to think, feel, and react in some ways that you need and want to live your life. But if you go through a period of poor mental health, you might find the ways you are frequently thinking, feeling, or reacting become difficult or even impossible to cope with. This can feel just as bad as a physical illness or even worse. Next. And here's a type of mental health problem. The first one is anxiety, and anxiety is what we feel when we are worried, tense, or afraid, particularly about things that are about to happen or which we think could happen in the future. But if your feeling of anxiety are very strong or last for a long time, they can be overwhelming. You might also experience physical symptoms such as feeling problem, sleep problem, and panic attack. The second one is depression. Depression is a feeling of a low mood that lasts for a long time and affect your everyday life. It can make you feel hopeless, despairing, guilty, worthless, unmotivated, and exhausted. It can affect your self-esteem, sleep appetite, sex drive, and your physical health. And the third one is eating problem. Eating problems are not just about food, they can be about difficult things and painful feelings which you may be finding hard or to face or resolve. A lot of people think that if you have an eating problem, you will be over or underweight. Anyone, regardless of age, gender, or weight, can be affected by eating problem. The last one for me is schizophrenia. Views of schizo have changed over the years. A lot of people question whether it's really a distinct condition or actually a few different conditions that overlap. This will be continued by Sri Jasmine.
Thank you, Thalia. The next mental health problem is phobia. A phobia is an extreme form of fear or anxiety triggered by a particular situation, such as going outside, or object, such as spider, even when it's very unlikely to be dangerous. Next is OCD. Obsessive compulsive disorder is a type of anxiety disorder. The term is often misused in daily conversation. For example, you might hear people talk about being a bit OCD if they like things to be neat and tidy. But the reality of this disorder is a lot more complex and serious. Bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder, once called manic depression, mainly affects your mood. With this diagnosis, you are likely to have times when you experience manic or hypomanic episodes, depressive episodes, and potentially some psychotic symptoms. In bipolar disorder, these swings can feel very extreme and have a big impact on your life. In between, you might have stable times where you experience fewer symptoms. Next, personality disorder. Personality disorder is a type of mental health problem where your attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors cause you long-standing problems in your life. If you have this diagnosis, it doesn't mean that you're fundamentally different from other people, but you may regularly experience difficulties with how you think about yourself and others, and find it very difficult to change these unwanted patterns. And the last mental health problem in the list is PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a type of anxiety disorder which you may develop after being involved in or witnessing traumatic events. When you go through something you find traumatic, it's understandable to experience some symptoms associated with PTSD, such as feeling numb or having trouble sleeping. This is sometimes described as an acute stress reaction. Next topic is an explanation about mental health problem by Ravdinal.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. What are mental health problems? Mental health problems can affect any of us, irrespective of age, personality, or background. They include a wide range of experiences and can affect the way people think, feel, or behave. They can appear as a result of experiences in both our personal and working lives, or they can come about without any easily identifiable causes. Some problems may be mild or moderate, while others may take on a more severe form, affecting a person's ability to cope with day-to-day living. Next, mental health versus mental illness. Mental health and mental illness are increasingly being used as if they mean the same thing, but they do not. Everyone has mental health, just like everyone has health. As the World Health Organization famously say, there is no health without mental health. In the course of a lifetime, not all people will experience a mental illness, but everyone will struggle or have a challenge with their mental well-being, just like we all have challenges with our physical well-being from time to time. And will be next, my friend Tivara.
Thank you, Ravdinal. This is mental well versus mental unwell. We all have mental health. Some of us have mental health problems. When we talk about mental health, we're talking about our mental well-being, our emotion, our thoughts and feelings, our ability to solve problems and overcome difficulties, our social connection, and our understanding of the world around us. A mental illness is an illness, the fact that way people think, feel, behave, or interact with others. There are many different mental illness and they have different symptoms that impact people's life in different ways. Next, if you have good mental well-being, you're able to one, recognize the good in yourself, such are your positive attributes and achievement you have made. Two, feel and express a range of emotion. Three, feel engaged with the world around you. 4. Live and work productively. 5. Cope with the stresses of daily life and manage time of change and uncertainty. Next slide will be continued by my friend Thalita.
Thank you, Tivara. How can look after your well-being? What do I do for self-care? One, get plenty of sleep, enjoy sunshine, cool, create or draw, talk to myself, cuddle cat, walk or bike, tidy, read about people whose lives are more complicated, garden, get a hug, talk to select people. Mental well-being describes your mental state, how you are feeling, and how well you can cope with day-to-day life. It's important to note that having a mental health problem does not mean someone cannot have good mental health. And equally, an individual without a mental health problem can experience poor mental health and distress. We all experience things differently. Next.
Okay, that was the Mingo Group's presentation of mental health. We apologize if there is mistake in the explanation, and thank you to Miss Holly and friends who have watched from beginning to end. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.